What is going on, guys? Welcome to Season 1 of my Southampton FIFA 19 Rebuild Career Mode series. So guys, first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to fellow Australian FIFA YouTuber, Jared HD. You know, he's created these really in terms of FIFA videos, doing rebuilds in career mode. It's really motivated me to actually try it with getting suggestions from you guys to give it a go, to do rebuild of a Premier League team. So I thought, oh, who should we do? Try Southampton. But it's really just motivated me to start this, and I enjoyed it. Recording the gameplay, recording all the transfers and everything like that. I've loved this so much, so even periods when I was recording this, I forgot I was doing a video. I was just in trance. I was focused on the career mode itself if I was just playing it like I would privately. So yeah, anyway, I did want to give a big shout out to Jared. He is doing great stuff for the FIFA community, especially with career mode. So yeah, big mention to him. And of course, I want to make this my own in this style. So we're going to be doing one season in each episode because I want to be showing you a lot of games. So here first, just simulating preseason game. Of course, still majority of games will be simulated to get a season done in one episode. That's an hour long. And again, another thing, that's my first real video this long I've done. And especially, maybe I've had a video that's longer time-wise, maybe it's a bit more over an hour, but as we get this deal done for Shane Long, and this is another thing, a lot of transfers is going to be the focus of this, but in terms of how long this has taken to make this video, over about 4 or 5 days, is the most I've spent for one video. So yeah, hopefully you guys can appreciate that and leave a thumbs up on the video. That would be absolutely amazing. And if you would like to see more, let me know. But yeah, we're going to make our first move here. Alphonso Davies, he is a great young talent. He's only 17 years old and he's 72 overall. He's an absolutely amazing young talent. He's a player I would definitely need in the team to be taking Southampton to the next level. And Southampton, I thought they were a great challenge to do this with, because Southampton are kind of known for producing their own players and those players being poached by other bigger clubs. So to try and rebuild Southampton that way, to be a club known for actually signing some players and bringing them in, that will be good, and keeping them and not selling them on. But you know, profits could be important. But anyway, this lad is only 17 years of age and he'll come in almost in the first team. He'll be challenging for a first team position. We just need to seal the deal here, and that will be all good to sign him on cheap wage as well. You can see what he's currently on is not too much, so that's something I keep in mind when going for these players. And as I go through this, as you see me negotiating the deal, this is how I normally play my career modes. If you watch my normal career mode series, I always look to rebuild the team. That's the style I go with this. So I thought, yeah, like I said once more, I thought this style of video would suit me perfectly, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. But in terms of how I play career mode and the kind of signings I make, it's definitely this way. So we are going for a bit of a bigger move here in Timo Werner. This is what we have to do. And guys, as I suppose a bit of a warning, this is going to be like a really extreme rebuild. I go hard with this. I don't just maybe sell couple 2 or 3 players. You're going to be seeing a lot of players sold, just as a warning. So if you're a Southampton fan, expect players to be sold, but it's to bring in better players. And you'll see once we get into this, is just one season as well, guys, so you're going to see the progression over a few episodes. And yeah, like you see here, an hour. So let me know the amount of games I actually play in this episode. I think I've done a good job because I've gotten all this in one season, and I think I've played enough games. You'll see that a bit more in the video. Maybe towards around the 20th minute, you'll start to see kind of a few more games. Just as a bit of a note, if you just want to head towards and watch some matches, that's where you'll find that. But you'll be missing out on all these players we're going to make moves for. So yeah, agreeing that deal for Timo Werner, that's a huge one, because he's going to be a star. He's going to be a star for us. He's going to be scoring lots and lots of goals. I was hoping for that anyway. So next up here, like I told you, a lot of deals being made. So Ryan Bertrand, we're going to negotiate that. You can see 13.5 He's wanting to get 12.5 there. Are we going to agree with that? We're going to try and get 13 million. Can we meet him halfway there for the deal? But no, he's playing real hardball right now. We're just going to have to accept. I feel if I negotiate it again, he's probably going to walk out. So once more, see, these offers are just rolling in so fast right now. So Maya Yoshida, and you take a look at, is he going to be part of the rebuild? He can't. He's 29 years old. Of course, you still need some older players in the team, but he's like that like mid 70s. Overall, he's not going to be, and he's not like a real beastly centre back as well, so it's not like he can have a huge impact like straight away. So Bertrand, he moves out there to Real Betis, and also Valerie, we get a couple loan offers for him over this period, and then he'll move out to one side. So we accept that loan. You'll see him. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not one who likes checking the potential of players, like on FIFA and that kind of stuff, or any like FIFA websites. I like to like scout players and go off my just own personal experience of these players, how they're going in real life, as it reflects that in FIFA, or what players you suggest. And that's another thing as we're going for Tierney here. I thought it was perfect for this rebuild, because this can be with you guys, my subscribers. You guys can help me with the rebuild in the following season. It's not all going to be done in one season. This is not all going to be over in one video. That's the thing I thought I could make a bit different through my videos, through my specific rebuilds. I can do this over the course, and you guys can give your feedback, and I can sign players that you guys suggest just to make you feel a bit more involved. So hopefully you lads will think that's a good idea. As yeah, we're negotiating for Kieran Tierney. He's a guy I've been suggested to sign in career modes already in FIFA 19, my Manchester United career mode, which is actually on PC. And PC, if you've been watching my series, you know it's stuffing up a bit with the audio. So I'm actually really hoping like this does well and I can focus on this, doing these kind of rebuild series. Honestly, it's something so fresh for me. Like I said, I enjoyed playing this so much. So again, I did want to leave another mention to Jared HD, because it's brought my love back for career mode doing this. I'm like so excited when I'm playing through this. So we did cap off a very good pre-season there, winning. Of course, just simulate. I'm not going to take huge credit for any success, because a lot is going to be simulated. The main focus, like I said, is going to be the rebuild. It's going to be the actual improvement of the club season by season, and hopefully we can see that. And with the players already at the club, younger guys, we're going to train up, we're going to give them game time, and I'll note their progression through these episodes, as well as we get an offer for Cedric. See, they're coming thick and fast right now. Fraser Forster, another one we're going to negotiate, but a large majority of these players, they don't fall under the category of improving the team long term. It's either we sell them and I can get a better player in who's going to be a better player for the rebuild. So here we get another one in. We got Wesley. He's a decent player, but we're just going to see what we're able to get from him. I wasn't like trying to go out to sell him exactly. There was a couple that I did transfer list, a couple of older lads who got offers in, but yeah, he's not one I listed because he's 24. I thought he can improve a little bit more, but again, it's a case if we can get decent money, do they accept that? Ooh, no, they couldn't quite. I thought maybe that would have been a really good amount. Will they accept 12 million though? Come on. Okay, we have a deal. A bit of negotiating, but I think we got him for a good price. And see, that kind of money for 12 million, that money we could use on getting someone with higher potential that'll be better long term. That's obviously the logic most people go with career mode, trying to get a younger player in who's going to be better long term. Most people do play this way. So yeah, it's how we play career mode essentially. They're the best moves to go for. And then David, he again, of course, is a great player for the club, experience, but again, we have to ship him off to let him go, because these players are not going to be part of this rebuild, as I mentioned already. This is going to be, well, hopefully you guys will want to see like future. You'll have to see how the season goes. Like, there's so much more. Like, this is just the first 10 minutes of the video. We haven't got into the Premier League season yet, and things are going to get crazy. Things are going to get crazy for this season. I will just say that. So there was Charlie Austin, all these types. Now, the goalkeeper situation, we do not have an absolute star, and Alex McCarthy's at that interesting age, 28. He's definitely not going to be improving anymore. He's only going to be getting close to decreasing as a player, as a goalkeeper. So in the back of my mind, we need, regardless if we kept him or not, we needed to bring in a keeper. So I thought if we were going to do that, it will be good to get some money in because we already have another backup keeper that's a bit younger too, Gunn. So he's gonna be involved, and two of these guys, both of them, I'm gonna look to sign. So Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's only 19 and he's from Liverpool. He'll be a nice one to bring to the club. You can see the minimum amount there is just above 16 million. You know, I always love to go for, I'll try and get bargains anyway, try and get the best deals, and I think that will be reflected in this kind of series, especially through rebuilds of a club. It would be nice to try and get him cheap. So we just chuck in a 16 million offer right there. Let's see. And he thought that was a fair offer. I thought I'll put something just below the minimum requested, or at least to my information that I got, and we got him for 16. So the potential he could the potential player he could become, 16 million. Unfortunately, though, it's a very, very rare one, but they were negotiating a release clause, and I felt, oh, I can't just not put it in. They might just leave, and I don't want this deal to not go through, because I thought he was a perfect signing for that right back position. Another guy who's not even 20. He's 19 and 78 overall. You can see him becoming mid-80s. He could push to maybe high 80s. If he's going to just come in as a starter, he's going to be developing each year. He's going to be getting better for like the next 4 or 5 seasons. So we'll push to that. Next, Barrios. I thought we needed a strong centre mid, defensive mid type. He's just going to be absolutely beastly in that midfield. We got Lamina as well. So I thought Barrios and Lamina, how beastly is that going to be? So here I didn't think about just players and their ability and their potential. I think how we're going to play during the matches and how we're going to set up. So it's more than just the ratings of the players. It's who they're partnered with in positions. And you'll definitely see that with the signings we'll make even just before January as well, just at the start of the season. That's what we're trying to get now. I target the players we already have and players we can bring in to complement them. The players we already have and then that player we're trying to sign as well. So yeah, there's a lot more thought process opposed to just the player's rating and the player's potential and age, that kind of stuff. And I think that makes the best transfers when you think about it in that way, and how these players are actually going to play for you in game, in FIFA. That is definitely a big consideration as well. But yeah, to put it simply, you guys, yeah, you know he's that strong, he's a beastly type, and once more, I think signing him for a decent fee, doesn't request a crazy amount on the wages, which here we have negotiated. We're trying to negotiate a little bit, but in terms of the wage specifically, he's not, for a Premier League player, you know, for a Premier League club, that 25k, if we can get him on that right there, let's see if that will go through. Actually, we dropped that down to 20. We'll have to see if that is going to be accepted. Unfortunately not, and we'll go ahead and agree with this one. Didn't want to, I felt if we negotiated again, maybe he'll just get so mad and leave. But now, guys, we'll be heading into the first Premier League game. We haven't finalised all our signings, but you can see Werner's starting there, Tierney, Alexander-Arnold, those two left backs and right backs in those respective positions. I'm really happy that we got our fullback sorted, some fresh players in there, and what a start here. What a start. We kick things off with an early goal here against Burnley. What a start. And we will be getting through these games. You'll be seeing the goals, so we get through these games in the season quickly. And unfortunately, that ball rebounded straight back to Loftus-Cheek. That was an equaliser for Burnley right there. Very disappointing, but yeah, he's got a little bit of talent, and you saw that with that initial strike. But unfortunately, that will lead us to holding on to the single point. Was a bit disappointing. That was the only goal we conceded. Unfortunately, just, deflected straight back to him off the post. So that was a bit of a disappointing one. I thought we took a lead. We can push on. So right away, we've got Jack Butland was in sight. Just before, a few minutes ago, I was saying how we needed a better goalkeeper. So once more, this will be an instant improvement, and that's what Jack Butland can do. He'll be a better goalkeeper right away, but he's got some progression in him. Even though he's 25, he can still grow a bit more. Realistically, I thought, we'd probably have to pay close to 20 million, but here we're negotiating about 16.5, but you can see their manager is negotiating they're 21.6 mil at the moment. So we're going to drop that down to 18 million. Could we tie him down for that? they're going to have to think about it. And it gets accepted. Take a look at that. You know it's a good deal when they have to think about it, and then you get it done, because they're not 100% sure if that's enough, but then they accept it. So you think, yeah, that's probably the cheapest price we could have nabbed him for. So hopefully you can go ahead and make the deal here in terms of offering him the contract. And I thought he had to be crucial, and that's how we're going to play him anyway. 3-year deal at 25, so yeah, he'll be 28 once that ends, pushing 29, so I thought that was a decent amount. But yeah, let's see what we want on the wage to offer him. A few of these have actually been just accepted right away, so I don't know, oh, did I offer too much? But it didn't feel like I was offering him too much money, you know what I mean? It's 40k, so yeah, but anytime the offer gets accepted on the first one, I think, oh, could I have got him for less? But yeah, I still think it was a decent price. And there you could see just before this screen there all the moves I've made so far. So here we'll get into a simulation. I don't skip the simulation, you see it play through here to see who takes the lead, who's going to get the first goal in this one. And it's Al Yunusi again. He's been real good early early anyway. And then target there early, I've been actually wanting to, well, I have been training him up. I don't show you all the training sessions I do, that just adds to the time of the video. I'll leave a few in throughout the video though, throughout this hour long video. But yeah, keep in mind I am training up players a lot more, the younger lads in the side. You'll see that in a few different clips I'll show of the squad report of the players' development, and you'll just see through their ratings going up. But we did want to bring in another centre-back. We wanted to bring in a young lad who could play this season because he's 72 overall. He could play some games, and a guy we can train up. And I think, yeah, young Dario Maricic there, he's again on cheap wages, so he wouldn't have to spend too much on him. And I think he could be a real likely type that becomes the first team centre-back that is going to be not the best player in the team in the first couple seasons, but he could progress to be one of those leaders. You can tell with the players we're bringing in already, like Davis, that winger, and then both our fullbacks as well. We're looking for these young guys who are good first teamers, but here we've got an approach for Gabbiadini. So when I say I was going to go hard in this rebuild, yeah, you guys are really seeing it now. That's, again, I did want to put that warning out. But that's what we really needed to do. We're not going to be able to, you're not able to rebuild a club like Southampton if you're going to keep the large majority of their team. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. You're going to have to go extreme like this to get the results, to get the money, and yeah, spend that and use the money well, of course, still at the same time. You have to do that. So into the next one here, Stevens takes the lead there, centre-back nonetheless. Got this nice lead, we're controlling, there's no goals after that one in the 17th minute, and yep, held on there after that 17th minute goal from Stevens. Again, it was most likely a corner, just at a guess. You can see the money we have so far. So I was thinking about one more big signing, Mbolo. I actually negotiated before trying to get Romeu there in the deal, and I thought we've got quite a few central defensive midfielders, and I wanted to get another striker in. I really wanted to go for Mbolo because I thought, oh, he's a beast, but imagine partnering him with Timo Werner. That could really be actual deadly. That could be a deadly partnership. I think for a team like Southampton, it's just going to bring so much threat. And then if I talk about the other positions we're trying to focus on and improve through central midfield, and then the fullbacks as well through our transfers, yeah, we'll be looking pretty strong. And like I said, to improve on, or to fit the players we had already, how I mentioned Lamina in central defensive mid, and then we can bring in stronger players around him so we can have that really strong central defensive mid with Barrios, like I mentioned. But we're going to have to keep rotating players. That's going to be part of it as well. So we're trying to get this deal for Mbolo from Schalke. He's still only 21, so he's going to... See, that's the thing with the strikers. They're not just young players. They're ready-made, but they're going to be improving so much through the games we give them. And we wrap up that deal. We've got a huge one against Liverpool, though. guys, this is going to be a big one. This is a cup game. This is Carabao Cup. So this is real huge. But unfortunately, Mane does get the first goal. He gets the opener there, and that was a pretty hard goal to defend. And it's almost like deja vu because he does it again in injury time of the first half. So yeah, that was all pretty quick fire stuff. And yeah, they kind of just finish us off there in the Carabao Cup. Hey, it's a tough one to get first off, but Al-Yunusi, as I mentioned, look at the magic this guy is coming up with. He's a position I know. He's like that left midfield. We've got a class guy there. We've got a class player. And now it's Højbjerg. Højbjerg! No! That would have been so good. Maybe we could push for a late equaliser if we got that one. But Embolo, he's made a name for himself right away, but just imagine if he scored that one before that, and that could have been an equaliser. We would have just made it back from the death. Right from the death, unfortunately. So it was actually a pretty close game. Both teams had chances. We could have maybe had that 3 goals to our name, but unfortunately, late in the game here, you know, Liverpool is going to have the last opportunity. So it's a bit disappointing to lose in the Carabao Cup that early, but we got a tough fixture. We got a tough matchup, so at least we can focus on the league now, most definitely, until FA Cup rolls around. They miss a penalty there, and then Al-Yunusi, again, he's firing in the games I've played controlling him, and then in the simulations, he is smashing in those goals, and then Ward-Prowse to seal it there was really good to see. So again, Davis with his training, I'm doing a lot of sessions on him, so you're going to see him develop greatly throughout the season, but because we're going to be playing him in so many matches as well, he's going to have crazy development come the end of the season. To keep in mind, he's only 17. We signed him at 17. Here against Brighton, could someone get a winning goal here? And it is that lad I mentioned, Lamina. Of course, we're going to be rotating Ward-Prowse, but yeah, Barrios, the one we signed, Lamina. I was really excited about that partnership. I was like, yeah, our central midfield, defensive midfield partnership is like, I'm like, who's going to stop us? Obviously, we just lost against Liverpool, but I mean, yeah, I think we've definitely at least improved that. And take a look at the strikers as well. Werner and then Embolo. Talked about the fullbacks as well. I'm liking the squad's look, and this was the next game we're playing here. It's Liverpool again, trying to redeem ourselves. So guys, you probably noticed I'm trying to play these games. The ones I do play myself are the ones against bigger clubs, and I was disappointed to not score, but Al-Yunusi, it was our turn to get one off the post. See, it pans out, and you'll see that fair enough. If I have like my specific episodes in a career mode series, might have unlucky episodes, I concede one like that, but throughout a season you get lucky ones and you get ones against you as well, so it works itself out. But unfortunately, there was Roberto Firmino getting that 2-1. That was a good save there by Butland, and oh guys, that was, and when I paused, I realized, oh shit, Alexander-Arnold actually got a red card from that. I saw the ball and went for the tackle. It was there to be won, but unfortunately the opposition got to it first. You see there, it was in open. Yeah, I'm still a bit dodgy about that decision. I thought I got the ball, but what a save that is from Jack Butland. He stepped up. Of course, I did still have to guess the right way, but he's a good keeper, and he has to be. Oh, what a goal. That was just unsavable from Mo Salah. What a goal that was. I cannot lie about it. I thought they were going to get another one like that, but it was still a goal in the end, and we ended up looking pretty poor on the scoreline. That red card really affected. Even though I saved the penalty, yeah, it still hurt us in the end. So it was a bad decision regardless. We just have to move on now. Let's see if we can get the result against Wolves here. It's 1-0. So we've had a couple bad losses against Liverpool, but we're getting good results. Obviously through a lot of these simulations, but in the games we played already hasn't been too bad. We're top of the table, that's what I'm saying right here. But I felt like I had to prove myself here. I'm testing myself against these big teams, sure, but I have to get a real good result. I have to get a big scalp, and I thought, what other way would be to beat Chelsea, top of the table clash, and they score first? Is that going to be a trend though? Are we going to continue to get these good results in the simulator matches, but struggle against these bigger clubs? in the games we play. Don't forget, we're still playing on Ultimate. But Werner to Ward-Prowse, and Ward-Prowse equalises. He gets that goal back for us. It was really big. It was really big because I was disappointed we conceded. I was really up for it. I was really up for this one. So I was happy we ended up getting that back. So in the second half now, Al-Yunusi again. Al-Yunusi. Guess who? Guess who? I did not expect him to score that. I expect that to be save, especially how I finessed that. I was aiming it to be a right-footed one, trying to curl it in, but it ended up being a left-footed one. So I expected the keeper to save it, and Kepa couldn't save it. So I like this kind of shot there. Like, oh, sure, the skill was good. I guess it was just really well placed, and David Luiz didn't help as well. I think he actually got credited with the goal. And now Werner, he makes it 3-1 after going down, taking that first hit. We went down 1-0, and we've scored the next 3 goals. These signings we've made, Timo Werner and Mbolo, they're proving as very dangerous type. Now Ings is there, don't forget, he's only on loan, and another signing of ours. We've gone big on these moves, but they're coming up big here. Probably the biggest result of the season as well. How massive is this? 4-1 against Chelsea. Again, just coming off these results against Liverpool as well. I was thinking, yeah, it's really, really tough, but we imagined who would have thought? Who would have thought we could have got a result like that? 4-1. Yeah, absolutely massive stuff. So, next up, we're going to simulate this one against Bournemouth away from home. So, Southampton, we take the early lead, but then concede, unfortunately. And then, look, so many goals there, 2-2. And I think that is going to be how it ends, unfortunately. There wasn't a goal, funnily enough, after Werner's in the 54th minute. So I was disappointed we couldn't go on to get a winner after he got that one. I thought maybe he could have garnered some momentum off of that, but it was not to be the case, unfortunately. But you can see, I'm happy that how the team is looking, at least going into this match. Everyone's 100% fit. We haven't had too much trouble. Of course, it's still very, very early in the season. Newcastle, pretty poor recent results, so I thought we should be able to get the points here. No goals until very, very late in the first half. Werner, he's absolutely smashing them in right now. And I suppose what a good thing is, and yeah, he finishes off there. The matches I'm playing and the matches I'm simulating they're reflecting each other. If not just the results, but actually the players that are performing well. They're playing how they would for me when I control them. So that's a good thing as well. This is another big one. And that's what I love in this episode. You're just getting so many huge matches just in this one big video, guys. And hopefully we can make it with another big result. And guess who? Guess who? Timo Werner. He's killing the opponents right now. That's why I wanted these matches I play, if they're going to be against bigger clubs and players going to be starring, it's a real big showcase of the moves and where we're heading with through this rebuild. But unfortunately, we do concede there. That good goal was cancelled out. I knew Man City, this is like the trickiest game of the season it could be for a team like Southampton away from home against City. But Timo Werner, keep going, lad. He does. And the finesse, he's good with the finesse. He can't be stopped. I know, to be honest, finesse shots are OP and FIFA 19, but Timo Werner, he's got it down pat. He's just got that great finishing ability. And Davis is going to set up Mbolo. And I cannot believe these last few matches we've played, we've been a very dangerous force in attack against Chelsea and Man City respectively, which is pretty amazing to think. Again, you would see before I go into each match, we're playing on ultimate difficulty as well. Just to point that out, some people say, what difficulty are you playing on, even though it shows it before you head into the matches. So we get through that one there. So after this, I was playing with some confidence. We're heading into November. We're getting these results simulating. We're getting the results playing these matches. Players performing as well at a high level. Unfortunately, we concede the first goal there. Really disappointing. But then Werner, of course, who else would get the equaliser for us to come up when we needed one? That was a more tougher one. See, not all simulator ones go to plan. And see, Rose, that was a lower rated keep for us. Jack Rose, I actually got an insane amount of offers for him, but I'd accept it and then the deal will fall through. It happened like 5 or 6 times, so that's why I didn't show that deal, because it happened so many times. But anyway, next, away from home against Fulham, Mbolo this time. See, we've got this. that's why I love playing with a 2-striker formation. And you can bring in, if you've got 2 dangerous strikers, we did get a red card there to Barrios, so hopefully we can hold on. And yeah, actually Embolo, he finishes off with a brace. So that's what I mean. You've got those 2 dangerous players, 2 dangerous forwards that are going to be fighting to get on the score sheet for you. And we get manager award there, so that was pretty nice. But again, we've got to focus on the team. We don't want to be caught up in personal achievements too much this early in the manager's career. But we had to make a change there. Barrios will come off, and yeah, James Ward-Prowse. I actually really like Ward-Prowse. It's just where we're going to fit him in, because he can play right midfield as well. He's a very good crosser, but he doesn't have that blistering pace like other wingers would have. But he's amazing with the cross, and that was a header and a half, guys. That was a header and a half. That was brilliant. That was so clean. We cannot deny that. And unfortunately, there was no stopping that. Abubakar goal for Manchester United. So this was one of the matches we couldn't do too much until very late in the game. It had to be Al-Yunusi. So I talk about Embolo and Werner, but Al-Yunusi, down on that left side, he's providing a lot of threat. He creates a lot as well that leads to the goal. So, yeah, he's doing some good stuff down on that left wing and salvages a late point. And I'll be honest, in this match here, I really struggled to create. We still only conceded the 1 goal. That was from a corner, to be fair. That's his 5th goal of the season. So we're getting a lot of goals. We've got a lot of players getting goals for us, but unfortunately they get through here, Boubacar. But Butland was able to get to that and save us, essentially. I would have hated conceding there, because I felt, we fought. It was a really tough match. For sure, we only had one shot on target. That's what I noticed in this match. We had opportunities, but they just weren't good. They weren't good opportunities. It was really hard to break Man United down, as to be expected, at least playing against them. In real life, they haven't done so well this season, have they? But yeah, just the players you come up against here on Ultimate Difficulty, hard to break them down, but we got the point. So, hey, with the results I've got against the bigger clubs so far in the season, I'm not too unhappy with that. So, can we get the result here? Barrios steps up, and then, unfortunately, Dele Alli gets an equalising goal. Then Danny Ings, here comes up. He's one, of course, on loan from Liverpool. Do you reckon we should sign him? Let me know. He's not really a type I'd sign as a part of a rebuild. But hey, maybe you guys would like him. But I don't really think, at least so far, he hasn't been too massive and done things on a level like Al-Yunusi. If I talk about players that's already at the club. Obviously, we signed Embolo and Werner. But let's see what we can do here against Cardiff. Do we get the results? Waiting for the first goal. Is there going to be one in the first half? It's a late one for Embolo, he's really getting going, isn't he? Hopefully he can hold on. It's Embolo again. Another brace. He's got a couple in recent times in these simulations to really finish it off. So we're top of the table right now. And once more, guys, that's why I wanted to do this. Obviously, we can't play every one of these big games, but yeah, fair few. I wanted to play against these big teams, and I'm happy I did get results. We, unbeaten. We're able to avoid defeat against Man United, but then the results against Man City and Chelsea, getting some pretty good ones here. And even with Tierney getting a red card here with those 2 yellows, managed to pick up the points and cruising just a little bit at this point in time. If we take a look at the grand scheme of things, at the top of the Southampton at the top of the table, it doesn't feel right. It's what people will say in the comments about being unrealistic, but we'll see by the end of the season how things will pan out, and we might even look to make more moves in January. So we are approaching that. Got a few players on the short list, which you'll see very, very soon, as here we've got this Boxing Day clash. Let's see. There was 2 goals within 2 minutes there. And then Tierney, he scored a brace in the first half for a left-back. Absolutely insane stuff. And yeah, this was a crazy game. You see Davies, he scored the winner. I'll tell you guys, he's going to prove to be a great signing. And it's even more shocking, Man City's position. So we're going to be coming up against them once more and see what we're going to do this time. Again, we're just going to freshen up these legs. And guys, of course, hopefully you obviously would realize that I'm speeding up these clips and still the video is an hour. So yeah, just to let you guys know, I had to speed a lot of the clips, like 200% of the speed of their original yeah, to obviously get this not a crazy amount, or it would have been almost 2 hours this episode. But guys, hopefully you appreciate, you think I did a good job to get it within this time frame. But now getting into the game, Sane, he's always dangerous and plays into De Bruyne. And yeah, we kind of got a bit of a reality check there, bring back to earth. They showed their quality and was like, don't get ahead of yourself too much because we've still got quality. You're still going to have to defend us, or we're going to do that to you. And once more they are through. Jesus, he is so hard to defend with that pace. And I think I did well to block that a little bit, but unfortunately the clearance went straight into the path of De Bruyne. And like I said, you don't focus enough, you're down 2-0 just like that. But Danny Ings, he had to get that back, and he did. As we headed into the second half, gave the lads that team talk saying, come on, we've got to turn this around. Man City's quality, but we've been quality this season as well. We've got it in our trick bag to be able to capture the form like we have done in previous games. But as soon as that strike was hit, I knew it wasn't going to be our day. I had to put the full replay on this one. Just take a look at that. It was fantastic. Well, in the end I continued. There's a lot of games I got through here, trying to remember them all. But yeah, Man City, they got a bit back on track here, and they really had to. To be fair, because they were in a really tough position, and for them to fight for a Champions League position come the end of the season. But Kyle Walker, they've got the points here, but that was silly. You're going to be missing, mate. You're going to be missing for the next game. There's a straight red card, so it was a silly one. And it's funny, Kyle Walker, he's a guy I face. I don't know why, but he always makes those professional fouls. But if it's a red card, I'm not sure if it should go down as a professional foul, because it seems a bit unprofessional, because you're going to get a red card and be missing the next match. So yeah, if it's a yellow, yeah, it counts as professional. But yeah, when you're last man. Anyway, guys, now we're going to continue to make our signings. I didn't want to go too crazy with the pre-contracts in January, so I've got 2 guys targeted. And I thought, Brahimi, really 85 overall. I know he's 28, guys, so he's not as young as some of the other lads. But him coming in next season, and the position we're in the moment, the position we are in, we can be in Champions League unless things go absolutely horrendous. Who knows if that's going to happen or not. Things could pan out that way. But at this point in time, yeah, I'm thinking we're going to be playing against bigger clubs. I thought, oh yeah, we're competing in the Premier League. I haven't just got a one-off result. It wasn't just one against Chelsea, just a win. We got 1 win. But anyway, the point is we're going to be playing a lot of big teams if we're going to be in the Champions League next season. So anyway, next up is Rabiot. Rabiot, 23, he's a bit more younger, 23, but 84 overall, of course. He'll slide in that central midfield, and who knows, might negotiate our positions. It's hard because we already got 2 strong central midfielders. As I mentioned with Lamina, then we brought in Barrios, but that makes it really strong. Now I'll talk about Ward-Prowse as well. Hey, he's on the thumbnail of this episode. Ward-Prowse, I thought he was a key player for the team. I really rated his crossing. But I suppose he doesn't have that strong ability, that beastly ability about him. But I always see he's going to be important. He's going to be important if we can bring him on or he's playing a match. And yeah, he's out wide. He can get a cross in. He's got like that high 80s for crossing. He's a very accomplished passer as well. So I still feel he's got a role to play at the club. And I still want to keep some of the core players with a bit of potential at least. Older guys will be shipping out. So Chelsea, let's see. They're going to be fighting for revenge. They want revenge here, that is for sure. But we want to fight to not let that happen. We want to fight to keep the top of the table position. And we are playing. See, the guys who brought in, you might not, you wouldn't see them as Southampton players. But some of them will be players that could compete for a Champions League position. We talk about the Embolos and Werners. And Werner, absolutely on cue right now, is smashing in these goals. He's smashing them in right now. Chelsea do not know how to deal with Timo. He's unstoppable. Well, the rest of the league don't know how to deal with him. When we get that through, his runs are so amazing, and once he's on like that, he's got the pace to make sure the defender doesn't catch up, and then he's got that cool finish in him, and that's his 10th goal in the season. The 10th for number 10. He's smashing them in. We got to make sure we defend this though, but that was ridiculous. That goal was absolutely amazing by Mauro Icardi, that scissor kick. But maybe less amazing to consider because of how much it is in FIFA 19. Like how often you see, if that was rare, if that was something rare, you'll think it's amazing. Hazard, we got to clear this. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that happened. That happened. I remember that. You remember those situations in matches. You're like, no, I didn't want to do that. The control was terrible. I was trying to clear it, I'm pretty sure. But that happened instead. So what we had to do, we had to get just a freakishly skillful goal. We wanted to get a skillful goal at least. And that was it. Davis. I'm telling you now, isn't he? He's going to be good if he's coming up and doing this against Chelsea. We signed him first season, 17 years old. Take a look at the finish, though. Take a look at the finish. No keeper's saving that. No keeper is ever saving that. I want to get the replay because look at that, how it hit the top and then it just bounced down. It just looked, it just had the aesthetic about it. Perfectly. Perfectly. You couldn't have chosen to have it better than that. Just what a great hit. And could we go on for the winner? Werner! Really? What an overpowered player this guy is. He had to pull that. That wasn't just an easy finesse. He had to hit that with power and accuracy. We take a late shot there. And what a win. The other win against Chelsea, sure, was good. But here we had to come back. And again, it wasn't an easy goal by Werner. Even getting in that position, he still had to hit it so well, right in the corner. That is no easy task, guys. That is no easy task. So we're going to rotate the team just a little bit here, because we've got this one against Walsall just to simulate this one. Arguably, I probably could have made a few more changes, but we want to make sure we get the win there. You see Ward-Prowse does come up with a goal, just the one in the first half. They got a penalty and actually missed it. So I think we got lucky. They didn't put that home, but if they did, Al Yunusi would have finished it off. And we do get a couple loans back. We'll have to take a look at them if they'll be good enough to keep. Hesketh, I'm not sure how his potential is, but he might be okay, not sure. Let's see what we'll do against Leicester City away from home there. I thought there we were in a bad position when Werner missed the penalty to equalise. Then Embolo got it back. Is there going to be a late winner? Unfortunately, it is for Gray though. And yeah, we dropped points there, unfortunately. But you're going to take that because we've got great results for the season so far. And I did want to show you, like I said, a bit of squad report. You want to maybe pause that there if you wanted to see the improvements of the players. But here I thought Tin Yedfai, he's a guy I thought we needed to go for a guy who can play centre back and right back, because Alexander Arnold, we need a replacement for him. And of course, it would be good to have a centre back. Sure, he's a guy that's going to be developing nicely. He's about mid 70s, like 76 overall. Making the offer before we actually get that in. And another player, if you saw his minimum suggested price to make an offer for, we got that below. So once more, I think we're making a good deal. Transfer money wise. That's part of it. Once more, if you talk about looking to sign good players with good potential, but actually making good deals, signing them for almost like the cheapest price you could, that is something I want to be going after as well. So and now we're just finalizing these deals. So we're just in January. We're in January finalizing these deals. It's going to be very, very intriguing how the second half of the season is going to pan out. But the way things are going, we don't look like dropping. Again, through the simulator ones, of course, we've got a disappointing one recently against Leicester. Like I said, you'll get that. You're not going to win every single game, especially when you're not the best team in the league, even though we're kind of, hey, we're top of the league right now. Let's see if we can do it against Everton. Hopefully we can get back on the winning streak. Cool, we conceded there first, but Werner, what more could we expect? But, we're in a bad position. And we get absolutely killed. We get killed there against Everton, which was it brought me a bit back to earth. Maybe I thought, is it going to be a struggling second half of the season? Maybe we don't have that squad. We don't have that strong squad like a normal top four, team, like a really strong top four team. If we talk about Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, those kind of types, Tottenham, I don't want to leave any out, but no, like you know what I mean. To compete on that level, you need a really strong squad. I feel we have a really strong best 11, then maybe another couple types on the subs bench. But to have the kind of depth to a squad like a Chelsea or a Manchester City, that's going to be playing a big difference, because you see maybe we don't rotate them as much as we would. Like you see Alexander-Arnold playing most games, Tierney playing most games, Vestergaard as well. So a lot in defense, but yeah, we're gonna keep fighting for the results. You're gonna, like, if the player's 100% fit, you should be expecting for us to continue that form. So again, just heading into the training sessions, we're going to be adding Embolo into that now. Want to really strengthen up his attributes, and we are. See, Target's one I almost feel, because we've got Tierney. Target, I think we can train him up, and he'll be a perfect backup, and then maybe sometime we could actually sell him. At this point in time, we're not playing him too much, but we're still increasing his value and importance to the team, at least value-wise, if we end up selling him sometime. But he could still be backup if we ever need. If we get an injury to Tierney, yeah, he's going to have to step up and come in, so we want him to be good enough. There's Davis, one more. Could he be he's the match winner. He's happened a few times. Yeah, he's come up with that. It's happened a few times this season. So it's crazy for a 17-year-old lad we brought in, and we're developing crazy, or training, and he's developing crazy. We're developing him and training him at a high level. Yeah, training him at a high level. So he's developing at a high level. Makes sense. And he's getting match time in the Premier League at an age that young, 17, only 17 years old. So that is absolutely ridiculous. For sure, we get an offer for Steven, but this is too late in the window right now. Stevens, I thought, yeah, might as well, yeah, keep him at this point. And I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with the amount of deals we made anyway, but it will be too late. It will be too late in the window, even if I was considering it. So if we take a look at the money we get in for Target, but yeah, we're not really going to be entertaining that right now. Ward-Prowse, I'm in my mind of pronouncing the different names. I almost called him Ward-Prowse. Like, I'm not sure what country it would come from. It would be like German. If it was German, his name would be Ward-Prowse. I don't know. Sorry, guys. This is what happened when I'm doing a commentary that's going to be an hour long. It's a bit crazy, and this is all in one take, guys. At this point, anyway, there's not going to be an edit. This is a straight 1 hour. This is pretty crazy. It was a bit of a challenge. I thought, would I be able to do this? Hey, we're going all right so far, but Burnley take the lead through me there. The centre-back getting the goal, and then Vokes 2-0. So we have got a couple of these poor results recently, and they're adding up. So maybe if you guys think, oh, you were getting like so many good results in The Sims, and not the game, The Sims, like the simulations, the simulation games. Yeah, we're kind of being pegged back on that now. I think picking up quite a few losses, about 3 or 4 in recent games where we've dropped points. So yeah, we're kind of being pegged back with those results, and we're still holding decent because of my performances, the games I've played against the bigger clubs. So hopefully we can turn it around here against Cardiff. Let's see. Embolo, early goal, of course. He's going to get the job done. And then Davies, again, he's scoring quite a few goals, isn't he? We should hold on there. Even though Cardiff did score, we're able to hold on to the points. Next up, we've got a big one, don't we? FA Cup. It's another cup game against Liverpool. And this is where we could almost see the progression. We had an early season game. We had a Carabao Cup against Liverpool. How are we going to go in the FA Cup? Are Liverpool going to knock us out again? Or are you going to see... And of course, I'm just going to be generally playing better with my team, because the more I play with these players, the more I know how they play and their strengths and their weaknesses as well. That's the only thing, is only going to get better, of course. That's to be expected. And Al Yunusi, he's doing some crazy things right now, and he creates that for Embolo, and we take a good lead. I'm not going to say it's all turned around right now, as it's still just the first half. It's still first half. We're taking a good lead, and Embolo, he's hitting some good form this season as well. And Al Yunusi, he's so dangerous, and he's had a great creative game here, and Davies was there for a straightforward finish. He put it on a just silver platter right there for him, and then with the celebrations, we're looking pretty unstoppable. These young guys are brought through, and Davis, he's young for sure. Obviously strikers in Werner and Embolo, slightly more experienced, even though still overall early in their careers. And late in the game here, we've held on, but again, it's a crazy scissor goal. There's Roberto Firmino with that, and we get it to Højbjerg. He's a guy we're not playing so much as well, but even he has come on and he scored a couple important goals you see through the gameplay, through some of the games. So yeah, he still played his role as well. He's a guy that can improve a little bit more. He's not too young, but he's not an old player, that is for sure. So he's still going to have that progression in him. One guy we didn't sell, that Armstrong. I just don't know if he'll have a future at the club as well, because we're starting to have quite a few, especially if we're going to be bringing in more players like through the pre-contracts. Yeah, he may struggle to he's not even getting into the team now, so imagine after that, after the second season transfers. And like I said, we'll see how this one goes at Arsenal. But guys, make sure, if you want to see a second episode, of course you want to see how we're going to go. At this point, it looks like we're going to be in the Champions League, and this could be another win. This could be a win against Arsenal, and it will be. Single goal there, that was to Werner. But yeah, make sure you leave your suggestions, because the big reason I want to do my video like this, I want to get you guys involved with the rebuild. So yeah, I want you guys to play your part with improving these teams of Southampton. So of course, people may suggest other rebuilds of other clubs as we get a draw against Fulham there. But yeah, as I did mention, I want to be focusing on this one now, and let me know how many seasons, or is it just until I win the Champions League, then I'll do another club. But anyway, at this point, we are still focusing on Southampton and seeing how we can go with them. But yeah, obviously, getting to the Champions League is a success. But we're starting to drop. We're starting to drop a bit with the results. And again, a lot of them is just the simulations. The simulations we are dropping a little bit. So, like I said, for earlier in the season when you thought, oh yeah, he's killing these results with the simulations, now the simulations are hurting a bit. So, okay, I thought we're going to play this one against Manchester United, and hopefully we can get the win against them. Oh, that was unlucky. That one was unlucky. Go straight to Alexis Sanchez, and Alexis, yeah, he's able to put that one home, and we go behind. So it's been a bit of a tough run. It's been a bit of a tough run early here, and we concede a second. I feel almost the players, you can tell that, you can feel that in their game, or I could feel that in their game, that they feel really run down this time of the season. They went so hard. And we've got this one. This is round 6. We're progressing in the FA Cup, beat Liverpool, but at a time where we're starting to struggle a bit more. Can we get it? See, look at the players getting real tired. So yeah, it's not surprising that they're starting to really drop. And like I said, if we talk about the depth of the squad, that's something that the top 4 teams. That's why they're top 4 clubs. They've got quality to rotate. But we don't have as much of depth. But that's something I'm hoping to improve into the coming seasons, which we will look to do. Hopefully we can just clear this here, but we can't. It's AJ Morales. Interesting signing for Arsenal, but he's the one that gets the lead there. For us, so we're going to have to go big, have a big second half. Højbjerg's going to play it through. Embolo, we're a danger. And these big clubs are really struggling to defend. He and Werner, and I hate goals like that. Don't you hate them? I'm going to have to roll that one back. Yeah, check the replay of it. Absolutely frustrating, isn't it, to concede those type of goals with the goalkeepers pushing. It was at first 2 annoying things: the deflection, and then the keeper ran up by himself, so you know he's just going to go with that little dinky header over the top of him. So it was so disappointing. But Davies plays in Redmond, who's got the fresh legs. You thought he had to finish this, and he went and did so. He's a guy. Davies has really come in and took his position, but there he's come in and assisted him, and Redmond, he's actually been asked to leave because of that. So because of this result, we're going to be heading into extra time, and it's Werner. He's played the whole match, and it's like he's just come on. Take a look at his fresh legs. Maybe the defenders are in the same boat as well, so they just can't. Yeah, he can't be contained. I feel it's like the same story again. In the large majority of games anyway. Look how strong he is against the defender, Werner. You see him as that pacey guy who may not be strong. And here he is on show once more. He sets one up, and it's Nathan Redmond who's vying for his position. But I thought bringing him on late in the game, especially as we get into this extra time period, yeah, his pace is just going to flourish. And he's shown he's actually got a decent strike on him in the couple goals he scored, so that's real good. And we've got this done. We've ended Arsenal. It was looking a bit dodgy here. Mkhitaryan, yeah, that sums up Arsenal's day, to be honest. They fought, but not too bad. So obviously I haven't won every single game I've played here, but judging on playing against large majority big clubs, the games I'm playing, that you're seeing gameplay of, is I think I've got a fair amount of wins. I think I've got a decent amount of wins. So we've done it right in there. But the players we've signed, that's like I said, what I want to be the focus of these rebuilds is the players we bring in. And not really my ability so much, because I know I'm going to be simulating a lot. But yeah, it's more so those players that's going to be making the difference for us. So yeah, this point in the season, we're just trying to simulate these games to get through, and hopefully you guys can understand why I simulated this much, because just to purposely go through the season, or you won't be able to see this in this one big episode to do this kind of rebuild. It's kind of had to be this, and I think, did I actually play too many games? It's been an hour long. I thought before recording this commentary, I thought, oh, maybe that's too long, as I mentioned before, but oh, here we go. We've got another one. We've been really testing ourselves against Liverpool. We can see how we've gone against them in the first couple games we played against them earlier in this video. And I feel, hey, we knocked them out of the FA Cup. Can we get a result against them in the league as well? That would be absolutely massive. We'll see the progression from, like I said, from early in the season. Though, unfortunately, Mo Salah with a cheeky little header there. Mo Salah was a great little tidy finish, if we're being honest. But maybe brought back to realization here that Liverpool is still no easy beat, and it was a bit of a tough one, or a tough late season game here. That's still something we're going to have to rectify. So with you guys to leave your suggestions as we simulate this one against Wolves here, hopefully we'll get the chocolates. See how it plays out. Verona misses a penalty, but then Tierney shortly after scores. But then there's Johnny scoring for Wolves. Mbolo, and we take the lead through Mbolo. Is there going to be any others? No, there's not. So yeah, guys, like I was going to say with the transfers, you guys help me. Leave your suggestions. How we're going to really improve the depth of the squad through the players you suggest, and how many players in each position should we be targeting. All information from you guys we're looking for. Can we get a winner? Can we get a winner late against Newcastle? It's Tin Yedvai, the January transfer window signing. Very, very good to come up there. But next up, we've got Bournemouth. I saw this. This is the first real, not like top 4, top 6 side we're playing in this, because I thought, we're gonna be playing our challenging ones as the games we play. So hey, at this point in the season, we've got Bournemouth. So I saw, this should be a good chance for us to reach the final and maybe even win the FA Cup. Who knows? To cap off the season. But unfortunately, a really good career mode player, a career mode striker for this season, who they signed, Catrone. He's got very good potential, but he's a good player right away. And he puts in a ball, and suddenly, this is late in the game as well. 67th minute, they're 2-0. At this point, it looks like we're going to get knocked out. Unfortunately, Catrone, he stepped up. He had an absolutely amazing game. And I think, when it's a game we concede goals like that, I just thought it's never going to be our day. When the goalkeeper still makes a save, deflects to them. It happens every so often. But, I'm still happy. But when we're facing the likes of Bournemouth, I thought we should have been I should have been able to get the result against them. So we'll take the L there, unfortunately. But we cannot harp on it too much. I think we did better than expected to go that far. Let's see, late in the season, can we get the result against West Ham? Struggling a whole lot here at the moment, guys. And West Ham, they finish us 2-0. So come the end of the season, our simulated results are decent, but we've had quite a few bad ones. We've had quite a few L's. We've had quite a few losses. So it's not all from the simulated game. I'm like, I think I've got to take at least a little bit credit for the big results, the big scalps we were able to take this season, the big wins we were able to get. So here against Bournemouth, we take a lead, but then we concede. Who's going to end up winning this one? Alexander-Arnold gets a red card, but then Al Yunusi has had a wonderful season. And this is going to be the last game of the season, guys. I think we would have had to rely on Chelsea to lose by a few goals and us to win by a few goals to actually win that. To take their position on goal difference. I thought surely they're not going to lose, but you'll see what happens regardless in this match. To finish things off, I thought we're going to be in Champions League. I thought we had a great season. It was tough towards the end of the season, though. We were really, really tired. the players were real tired. And here in the first half, we struggled a bit to break them down. We couldn't get that opening goal. No team got an opening goal in the first half, and that's the end of the first half right there. It did end 0-0, so I thought I just want to show you like that. But then take a look at that, the setup, and I love that finish from Embolo. He was in a decent amount of space, so he should have finished there. But how he took that with the power and the finesse, the accuracy, did it so sweetly. And yeah, if you take a look on the replay, he just hit it so nice. He hit it so nice. And in a position there, you know, the finesse shots are going to be OP. I saw one of my players go down in the box there, and unfortunately that was a pretty good finish for Huddersfield. And they might be pushing for a winner. We've got to be careful. We don't want to lose on the final day and we go behind. Oh no. Oh no, sure, it's been a great season. It's going to be a bit disappointing, just disappointing to lose. So Embolo had other ideas. And what a way would it be to finish off a season with a goal like that? To finish the season off like that, I think is fairly fitting. Embolo, yeah, he's been good. I think he's come up with a decent amount of goals. I just don't feel like, he was great, but Werner, Timo Werner was on an absolutely different level. But Embolo still scored a fair few. I thought maybe he could have pulled a penalty there and we could have finished off with a win. But no, I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy that we avoided defeat late because we had such an overachieving season. And we're going to be playing Champions League football next season, guys. So that is the positive here. I think we rounded up a great first season in this rebuild, lads. We did so well. Obviously, the transfers had to be the big focus, and they will be. The transfers will be the big focus, that's for sure. But then the league results, sure. Even though, the second half of the season in, the simulator, I was pretty disappointed. Maybe my expectations got a bit high because first half of the season, they were pretty good. But then I relied on my results, the games. I played the gameplay you saw. Most I actually got pretty decent results considering the opposition we played. So, of course, once more, guys, the focus on the transfers is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge for these videos is the major focus. So hopefully you guys will understand that and you can leave your thoughts. I wanted to do this rebuild videos. Hopefully I can start to do these, and hopefully you guys leave a good response on this. If you leave a thumbs up, share with your friends as well, because I just love playing this again. Like I did at the start of the video, I wanted to give a massive shout out to Jared HD for starting these, again, fellow Australian YouTuber, but because I just enjoyed playing this so much. Like I said, I forgot I was recording it for a while. I just absolutely loved it, and I'm excited to start recording a second season after I upload this to get your guys' transfer suggestions for season 2 of the rebuild. So make sure you get that in, subscribe if you're new around here, turn notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.